The other day we did biggest questions in the SEC, and then someone said, what about the Big Ten? So I'm going to do biggest questions in the Big Ten right now. Now, keep in mind, it's February. So if you're watching this in the summer, I may have changed my mind. But right now, I got to think about the Big Ten in terms of tiers. I always kind of think that way. That's how my mind processes a conference. Is it still tier one, the same as we ended last year, and then nobody else? So the way we ended last year, the Big Ten had pretty clearly organized itself to where Indiana and Oregon and Ohio State, that was tier one. And I'm wondering, is that how we start 2026? Or has anyone else joined that equation? Like Ohio State's going to have Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, a breakout running back potential, got 4 or 5 back on the O-line. They're in. They're tier one. Indiana, the staff, the culture, what they just did, landed the number 1 portal class, got Josh Hoover from TCU, really good skill pickups. Yes, tier one. Oregon, talent acquirer every year at the top level. Dante Moore's back. Entire defensive line is back. Really good skill players there. Yes, they're in tier one. Does anyone else crack that rotation? Because right now, if you think about tier two in the Big Ten, at least as we would sit, you would have Michigan there. Like you got a new staff. Bryce Underwood's still there. Could have a really, really good running back room, probably a notch below perceptionally. Can they elevate? Can USC elevate? You got Maava entering year 3, Lincoln Riley with a third-year quarterback. I like the roster advancement, and I know they're really high on their positioning there. The big question is going to be line of scrimmage play. And I don't mind withholding a little doubt or maintaining a little doubt there. It's okay to be a little skeptical. USC has not earned benefit of the doubt. USC is not like Ohio State where even if they're replacing everybody, I just know it's Ohio State, man. They'll get it done on the line of scrimmage. Like in their worst of worst years, how bad is Ohio State going to be on the line of scrimmage? Well, USC's not there yet. So that's why we're asking, are they still in tier 2? Can they elevate to tier 1? Penn State brought over a critical portion of the top of the Iowa State roster. Decent retention on the Penn State end, the roster that staff inherited. Pretty soft schedule. Hey, quick time out here. Are you subscribed to the channel? It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Please do it. It helps us maintain the show at this level. That's it. That's all I got. Back to the clip. Are they able to elevate year 1 under Matt Campbell? Does Iowa do anything different than they've normally been doing? Can Washington elevate? Don't know. Big questions in tier 2. And then, man, we got to looking at this today. The bottom of the Big Ten was horrible last year. Terrible. So the question, it's in a new day, is the bottom 6 in the Big Ten any better than they were last year? So let me rattle this off to you right quick. Purdue 0-9. Maryland, this is conference records. Purdue 0-9. Maryland and Michigan State 1-8. Wisconsin and Rutgers 2-7. UCLA 3-6. Now, that group of teams, Purdue, Maryland, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Rutgers, UCLA, they played Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana a combined 12 times last year. The average margin of defeat was 34 points. Those are not out-of-conference cupcake week results, people. Those are a dozen conference matchups. There was no one-possession game out of those dozen. And the average margin of defeat was 5 touchdowns in conference play. So suffice it to say, there's nowhere to go but up for the bottom of the Big Ten. And then what happens with Nebraska? I gave Nebraska their own little block on my sheet here. Because Matt Rule in year 3, it was supposed to explode. Why? Because just a lot of us said so. The rule, as we trademarked it to be. And they went 7-6. And they were 4-5 in league play. And now Dylan Raiola's gone. And now Kenny Minchie just kind of hung out in town for a day, and now he's gone. And so it's Anthony Calandria coming there from UNLV. And they've got to play Indiana. They got to play Oregon. They got to play Ohio State. What happens? Is the rule just delayed until year 4? Or do we look at it and say, I don't know, man, is the juice ever going to be there? That's where my head's at with the Big Ten. Studies show that a majority of our audience that leaves the house wears clothing. At least something is in your closet. Whether you choose to wear it or not, that's your business, and we're not trying to change your lifestyle at all. What I am saying is if you are one of those people who does wear shirts or does wear pullovers or does wear hats, humbly, PateStateMaterial.com is there for you. Got new items over there that I didn't even know about. I was perusing last week because I was about to send someone something. Yes, I buy stuff out of our own store. No freebies here. And I saw like 5 shirts that I knew we conceptualized them. I didn't know that they had uploaded them into the store. But that's Alex for you. She never sleeps. So PateStateMaterial.com is there for your convenience. And no wardrobe is complete without it. That's what some people are saying, at least. FanDuel right now, as you see, the exclusive odds provider of the show, FanDuel equips us with, well, that information's publicly available, but FanDuel also equips us with a lot of context that helps, during very, very interesting times during the college football season when so-and-so would be favored on a neutral field, and then we get called out for it, and then FanDuel says, no, actually, they're right. They would be favored. And then the dude who was criticizing us and calling us a liar just says, well, it doesn't matter. Games aren't played on point spreads. They're played on the field. And I'm like, we know. We never suggested anything other than that. Anyway, FanDuel keeps their hands clean on that. That's us. We traffic in the mud on those sorts of arguments. But right now, new signups over there, of course. You're a new sign-up. You bet $5. If you win your first bet over there, you get $100 in bonus bets. Jesse suggested maybe some baseball futures today. Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know what the win total is this year. No, it's just under. Apparently just under. Don't even know what the number is. It's really responsible. But you got March Madness coming up. You got conference tournaments coming up. You got college football futures you can hit right now. I'm not going to say the options are endless. There is eventually an end to them, but you can go for quite a while over there.